What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review, this time for the film Self-Reliance. Now, this is going to be Jake Johnson's directorial debut, and it did come out in select theaters as well as coming out to Hulu on January 12th. And by the way, shouts out to Hulu for sending me this screener early to review for the channel. And the quick synopsis for Self-Reliance is: Tommy, played by Jake Johnson, receives an invitation to win $1 million by playing a game where he must outwit hunters attempting to kill him. He realizes the hunters can only attack him when he's alone, but none of his friends and family believe the game is real. Alright, now most of you guys do recognize Jake Johnson from his role in the Fox show New Girl, or the voice of Peter Parker in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But I choose to remember him as Jesus in A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Okay, now before we get into it, this is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry, I'm not going to give any specific details on what's going on, plot twist, any of that stuff. But I am going to let you guys know my likes and dislikes about this film, and let you know if it could possibly be a film that's worth your time. Okay, so if you guys have seen the trailer for this movie, you guys know that it's not hidden at all whatsoever. Jake Johnson's character playing Tommy is someone that definitely has a remedial, very simple, repetitive life, and he is definitely sick of it, which is definitely a relatable topic to those that are just kind of jumping from job to job, or just feel once they get older they lose friends due to people getting married or people starting families. I think we all know a person like Tommy if we're not Tommy ourselves. So once he is given this offer to play this game, he jumps at the opportunity because, once again, his life sucks. He figures he doesn't have anything to lose, so why not? That's until the game starts. Now, one big thing I really do like about this movie, not just the premise of it's kind of an original idea. I mean, we're talking about a death game that's being filmed on the dark web. They don't explain how it's happening. They just know that it's happening around them. It's kind of that guessing of, yeah, you got to be paired up with someone at all times, 24/7 for 30 days, which definitely does seem easy to do, but is it? How about when you take a shower? How about when you take a How about when you're sleeping in bed? A lot of these things may seem possible at first, but for 30 days, I mean, I don't know. It really had me thinking along the way, could I put myself in his shoes once again for 30 days for $1 million? Now we're introduced to another actor in this movie who's a big actress, Anna Kendrick, and she's someone in a similar situation. I won't explain really the details, but she is willing to partner up with him along the way. Once again, this is no spoilers, this is in the trailer itself. And I'll be honest, from there I thought we were gonna get our shift. It seems like a very formulaic plan that a lot of these movies are laying out, where you got a pretty original idea and then you go the romantic comedy route, and it's like, why do you have to do that? You had something brewing up, something really, really magical here. But when I thought it was going that way, it went a completely different way. And then by the end of this movie, I thought it was gonna go one way, and it didn't. And I was kind of like a little disappointed that it didn't go in this first direction that I wanted it to go. Now, Jake Johnson himself, I think he's a really good comedian. I think he's good in the roles that they put him in, and I think the role that he put himself in for this one fit very accordingly. Let me explain. I mean, he looks the part. He definitely doesn't change his, beard and mustache look. Has kind of a dry wit comedy at times. Seems definitely like a run-of-the-mill guy that you could definitely see at your local pub. An average Joe. So once again, he's perfect for something like this. So that being said, at least for me, his acting ability doesn't stretch further than that. At least I haven't seen the range further. I would like to. I mean, as actors grow and progress and they get further in their resume, you want to see him expand and test the waters, so to speak, and see the full ability of their acting. But I had to also remember along the way, he's not only acting in this, but he wrote and directed this film, which is not an easy thing to do, I can only imagine. So the concept was there. I like the concept. It's just that it went in a couple different directions with a lot of comedy beats that didn't really hit for me. Some scenes had me hysterically laughing, like I had to really pause the movie and get out a huge laugh. Like, there's some really funny jokes in this movie, but it seemed to have a lot of shoehorned cameos from Christopher Lloyd, Andy Samberg. Didn't really need them. They didn't add much to the plot. And going back to the premise without any spoilers, me personally, I thought it was going to go in a different direction that was going to make me go, oh my God, he's tackling something that I don't think a lot of filmmakers tackle. And it went the cookie cutter Hollywood route. And I'm like, Jake! Also, I couldn't help but notice that Anna Kendrick's character in this film definitely reminded me of Natalie Portman's character from Garden State. If you guys have seen that movie, I love Garden State, by the way, but her character in that film was very quirky, very unsure of herself. I was just really comparing the two along the way when she was on screen. But that's not to say that she's a bad actress. She's a great actress. I do really buy any role that they throw her into. It's just that the chemistry that they try to fit between these two on screen really wasn't buying it for me, because once again, I would have liked to see the premise go in a different direction. So this may be for some people that are kind of into rom-coms, or at least people that are looking for a new chapter in the new year, so to speak, for changing their life. I mean, by the end, you kind of realize that he has a revelation and he has a whole different outlook on life because of this game. So that may be for you, but for me, it was kind of a forgettable movie. And I think all that being said, I'm going to give Self-Reliance from 2024 a solid 2 out of 5. I mean, it had its laughs, it had some moments, but just not enough to give this directorial debut from Jack Johnson an above average. All right, Flix Talkers, what did you think of Self-Reliance? Have you seen it in theaters? Do you plan to watch it on streamer? Have you watched it on streamer already? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you guys did appreciate mine and want to show support to the channel, make sure to always hit that big thumbs up and consider subscribing today, where I do more reactions like this, trailer reactions and movie reactions here on the channel. All right, Flix Talkers, till next one, I'm gone. Peace.